Greetings. Welcome to Little Discovery Corner. So today, as I was preparing for this reading, I saw in my third eye what looked like someone on their knees in like a garden or like a little urban homestead type of thing, trying to get little crops or something going. And they, were digging a hole with their little trowel and putting a little plant in the ground. And I heard, keep digging. Like, keep digging, don't stop, keep going, keep moving, you're on your way. So, and I think that has to do with the inner work of figuring out your tics and your motivations, your ego motivations, what causes you to, say, self-sabotage or always end up in, say, bad relationships or sabotage relationships that would be healthy for you, that sort of thing. And that requires a lot of self-reflection in order to answer those questions and get your mind to a healthier place. You can get into healthier, longer-lasting relationships. And a lot of what people tend to do who are stuck in their ego, they tend to deflect blame. And, I just, all men or all women are like this. I can't find a good one. And maybe it's because, like, you are conditioned to believe certain kinds of relationship dynamics were normal. Say, like, shallow, materialistic people were what you just grew up around, and that's what you thought were normal, was normal, and that's what you looked for in, say, a woman or, a man, whichever dynamic fits for you. Yeah, the star, you are, and digging, keep digging. Yeah, it's all about digging into your emotions, digging into your subconscious, your, like a quality psychiatrist could help you do, which is something you can look into if you feel like you need the guidance and help. All right. You are trying to get your engines going energetically, monetarily perhaps. I think you're trying to communicate with a feminine energy, male or female. It's just energy dominant. Okay. You may be reflecting, as I just said, on, say, maybe a third party, someone you had put in a third party, like perhaps someone you made feel like an option, someone you were just keeping in your back pocket, and that is a connection you're grieving. Yes, you're grieving your connection to this high priestess. They possibly turned away because of this dynamic that they figured out. And yeah, now you're just daydreaming about what could have been and wanting to come in to present your emotional cup. But there's been an ending and you feel like you're under judgment. Judgment has come to the party you were having with this chameleon, feminine. Let's see. Yeah, which ended in conflict. And now you feel blocked off. This person, okay. Now either this person walked away, both of these cards are similar. Walking away in sadness from a tumultuous situation. That could be this other feminine energy, or that could be you turning away from this energy, the third part, the third party, or whichever one is now the third party. Okay. And since we're touching on star energy, like, you know, having some success in getting in touch with your emotions, letting yourself feel things, that's something I heard too, is letting yourself feel. I think I will pull out my Akashic Tarot, excuse me, which is all about that very thing, delving into your subconscious, getting in touch with any emotions you've been suppressing, anything you've been repressing, suppressing, dragging it out of the shadows, your shadows into the light, and examining it, letting yourself feel things. Okay, you're facing unknown paths, okay? And you have a choice over which way to go. There's a well-lit path. There's kind of a hidden path back here, and there's a shadier path. And trying to decide which path is best for you. You feel like time is running out, but you're learning. And you also want to communicate. But you see this person, he's holding a scroll, like a message he wants to send, and he's just watching time pass by. Wishes fulfilled. Okay, this could be what you're daydreaming about possibly. But you're working on finding balance, which is important to fulfill your wishes and figure out the right path that you need to go on next. But as you know, I said at the beginning, I heard to keep going, keep digging into those emotions, keep working to find balance, and keep learning. And don't worry too much about time passing. But if you're feeling ready to communicate something, then give yourself permission to do so. You know, you might be scared of rejection or a bite back. Someone might be, you might be worried about any bitterness or resentment from the party you're desiring to communicate with, but at least you put yourself out there, as I always say. Regardless, you can't control how someone's going to react, but you'll never know if you don't try, right? Actually, I'm looking at the Lantern Oracle. I kind of want to pull this one out. Anything else to add? And overall, this is a positive message. It sounds, from what I'm getting, seems like you're making progress on what Carl Jung termed shadow work. And remember also, don't wait too long. Like I said, if there's an apology that needs to be made or an expression of feelings that you would like to give, some sort of explanation to accompany it, don't wait too long on that. And don't wait for the universe to bring, your wishes to you. Oh, yes. Feeling your feelings. Keep digging. Keep digging up whatever you've been repressing, suppressing, old wounds from, say, your first love, or going back to your childhood, maybe abandonment wounds that cause you to, say, anxiously attached to perhaps narcissistic personalities and avoid open, honest, vulnerable connections, because those are what scare you most. Feeling vulnerable makes you, perhaps, is what scares you most, because, say, your culture teaches you to reject being vulnerable, or being honest about being vulnerable, being scared about things, feeling hurt by things, words, actions, always just putting on a brave face, strong face, always being looking like you're unbothered no matter what. And that's not good. That's not good for your soul. It's not good for your heart. It's not good for your mental health. So if you dig deep into your wounds, bring whatever needs bringing into light, and let yourself, say, feel the grief, resentment, anger that you were pushing yourself not to feel, then it comes out. It gets released, and that weight gets lifted off your spirit. Yeah, and you unleash your creative power to choose your destiny and get that car moving. Say the words, express yourself. And creativity isn't just, visual, or, the arts, the visual arts, or, what people usually think of. It's also making your decisions in life, making your own decisions, creating your own destiny, expressing yourself. Confusion. Growth hurts, heals and harnesses a way through uncertainty. Okay, you may be trying to navigate confusion, a period of confusion. And I think a lot of that, getting through your shadows, keep digging, will help bring a light to the path you need to take, and make that forest you need to walk through seem less daunting and scary and confusing, and allow you to make choices to control your destiny, create your destiny, and help you find balance. The presence of absence. Hold what is absent in the presence of your love. All right, this could have to do with a bereavement of some sort. Perhaps you lost a parent, someone who's passed away. This could be, ancestors, the spirit of your ancestors trying to guide you. And you might not believe in those things, but maybe you could also just take it as a time to kind of embrace being alone with your thoughts, to dig deep and just help get through what they call the dark night of the soul. And you can tell yourself, at least, that ancestors are watching over you, passed on loved ones are watching over you. And the thought helps, even if you're not sure whether you believe in that sort of thing. Okay, I think I will close out with I'll go with the Moonology. Okay. I suggest going forward. What do you need to release? Wow, it definitely fits right in. This is like a moon that's mostly dark. Yeah, you're making some progress, but you still have a little ways to go. What do you need to release? And it could be old hurts, old pain that you've been hanging on to, that you don't realize because you buried it. Because that's what a lot of us are taught to do. Act like nothing ever bothers us. Act like we're never sad or hurt or angry. Be bold and make the first move. All right, this ties right in with this guy who looks like he's wanting to communicate, but keeps just watching time go by. This Knight of Pentacles who's just standing there, hasn't gotten his car to go. Like, just as I said, if there is communication you are thinking about making, take this as your permission, your encouragement to go ahead and make that. Write that letter. Believe in the impossible. So keep digging, keep working to do sow the seeds of self-transformation, self-discovery, which is where the name of this channel came from. That's what I'm trying to encourage people to do. And yeah, wishes can be fulfilled. Believe things that what you thought were impossible might not be so impossible. If you release old hurts, old patterns, be bold and make the first move, then you can believe in the impossible. Look, there's two similar moons mirroring each other, and then a nice full one lighting the way. Okay, I think that'll be good for today. I will see you next time.